The past 5 to 6 years have been a very interesting time period for Nintendo. There's been a lot of low points, there's been a lot of high points, whether you're looking at managerial things or the hardware side of things. Of course, after the success of the Wii, Nintendo attempted to continue that success with the Wii U, and ultimately they failed. It was a commercial failure, Nintendo's lowest selling home console ever, and it was really a stain on the Nintendo legacy, and a lot of people were looking to why that was. Obviously, there were a couple different reasons why the Wii U was not very successful. When you look at the marketing for the Wii U, it was very confusing. The name itself, the lack of big games at the launch of the system. The Wii U just never really had a chance to shine. But then when you look at the Nintendo Switch, you could almost see what the Wii U was supposed to be. It almost feels like the Wii U was supposed to be the Nintendo Switch, just the technology wasn't quite there. And when you, of course, look at the Nintendo Switch, everything has been going very well. Nintendo did something really different and unique with this system, sort of merging their home console and their handheld division into one device, and it's been very lucrative both in the sales of the system, sales of game hardware, and just general public image when it comes to the world of Nintendo. So Nintendo is definitely riding a high right now of success, but like I said, there have been low points and there have been high points, and that also translates into managerial things. Back in 2015, President Iwata passed away, and it really put Nintendo into a tizzy. You know, a lot of people were pretty shocked by this happening, especially considering he was the spearhead for the Wii and the DS generation that saw some of Nintendo's biggest profits of all time. Then we got a new president, President Kimishima, who was pretty much the complete polar opposite of Mr. Iwata, where Iwata was mostly a gamer. Kimishima was a businessman. You look at this dude, you know not to mess around with him. He'll probably backhand you and smack you in the face. So it was definitely an interesting time for Nintendo, but it's always been said that Kimishima was just a temporary president. But I don't think a lot of people really believe that, especially when the success of the Switch started to happen, because a lot of people attributed that to Kimishima. Well, today a new president has been announced for Nintendo. Yes, I'm serious. President Kimishima will be stepping down in June 2018. So who is this new guy? What's he bringing to the table? And what does it mean for the future of Nintendo to have a new president during the current success of the Nintendo Switch? Sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Nintendo's new president.
Hey, RGT 85. Hey, Sean.
Oh my God, it's Stevie Richards!
So it was announced during the latest Nintendo financial briefing that President Kimishima would be stepping down in June 2018, and a lot of people are wondering why this is. I think the answer is pretty simple though when you think about it. President Kimishima is 67 years old. He's not a spring chicken anymore. This was sort of just something that he was sort of brought into because of the untimely passing of Mr. Iwata. And a lot of people contribute the success of the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo's current marketplace right now to President Kimishima, but I think a lot of that has to do with Iwata. You have to remember, Iwata was involved with the development of the Nintendo Switch, so Kimishima is pretty much just carrying out what Iwata was going to be doing with the Nintendo Switch, just in his own way. And being 67 years old, you probably are starting to think about retirement. You've had a long business life, and you just want to kick back and relax. So I totally understand why President Kimishima is stepping down, because really, Nintendo has always said he was just, you know, a temporary president. He was not going to be the long-term solution for Nintendo, just a short-term solution. But you have to admit, in the short term, he did a fantastic job of rebuilding Nintendo's brand and Nintendo's image. So who is this new guy? What is his name? Where is he coming from? And what's he bringing to the table? And what does it mean for the future of the Nintendo Switch? I would like to introduce you to Shuntaro Furukawa. This is the new president of Nintendo. Now you might be saying to yourself, this guy looks pretty young. He's actually 46 years old, which makes him the youngest president of Nintendo ever. So right then and there, that's a big thing, I feel. You know, it's obvious that this guy is a much younger gentleman. It's obvious that this guy is very different than what Kimishima is going to be bringing to the table. He's 22 years younger than the current president, President Kimishima. So what's this guy's background? He graduated from political economy at Waseda University in 1994. He states himself that he grew up playing Famicom. So obviously he's trying to tap into that gamer market, saying, you know, I grew up playing video games. I am the youngest Nintendo president, and I can prove it because I'm only 46 years old. I love the Famicom. This is a system I was involved in. In 1994, he also started working at Nintendo. In 2012, he assumed the position of official director of Pokemon. So he's been with the company for quite a while now. If he's been with the company since 1994, obviously he's been with the company for over 20 years now. So he knows how Nintendo works. You know, being in Nintendo for 24 years, you sort of learn how things are doing. When you're talking about Pokemon as well, obviously that is one of the most lucrative franchises for Nintendo. So obviously he's going to be wanting to have lucrative things going on with Nintendo. He was involved in the financial department as well, and in the elaboration of sales plans for machines and game software. And he's sort of contributed to some of the success of the Nintendo Switch as well. So obviously, President Furukawa is a guy that knows his way around Nintendo. He knows the history of Nintendo. He knows what Nintendo needs to do. He's been around this entire time, during the high points, during the low points, during things like the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch. So really, what does this mean for the future of the company? I think it says a lot by having your youngest president come in during the time of some of your best success with the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, Nintendo is riding a high right now, and they can't really afford to lose that high. So what does bringing in a younger guy really sort of signify? I think it signifies that they're looking towards the future. You have to remember, Nintendo has been undergoing this sort of culture change and this culture shift within the past, you know, I'd say during that same time frame, those same 5 years. Look at a game like Splatoon. That was arguably one of Nintendo's freshest ideas ever. It's a fantastic game, has a huge market. That was developed by younger guys in Nintendo. That was developed by a completely younger team. And you're starting to see a lot of the old guard of Nintendo, that old Japanese guard, sort of step to the side. Miyamoto himself is, you know, getting less and less involved in projects when it comes to the gaming side of things. You have this brand new president who's the youngest president of all time. The Japanese old guard of Nintendo is sort of shifting away. It's sort of going away. And it'll be very, very interesting to see what this new guard brings to the table in terms of what they're going to do with the Nintendo Switch, what they're going to do with future games, what they're going to do with online services for Nintendo. Obviously, this new guy is a young guy. He's grown up around video games. He's been around video games his whole entire life. I'm sure he's played more than just Nintendo stuff. I'm sure he's played a variety of systems. He knows how online systems work in 2018. He knows what gamers want. A guy like this is definitely more in tune with the gamer audience than someone who's, you know, 67 years old like President Kimishima. Furukawa did not say a whole lot at the presentation, but he did say the following that I think is very important. We will develop the company to its fullest. I will balance Nintendo's traditions, originality, and flexibility. So, you know, pretty much just PR stuff there, but I think it's interesting that he knows Nintendo's traditions. He wants to have originality and flexibility. So it's going to be a very interesting few months, and really 2018 for Nintendo, because you have a brand new president coming in June of 2018 when E3 is of course underway, where you start to learn about future projects, future games, and whatnot. Obviously, Furukawa has probably known for quite a while that he is going to become Nintendo's new president. So what has he been doing behind the scenes? Has he already been working on things, maybe organizing deals or sort of finalizing deals that Kimishima was working on, that in subsequent Mr. Iwata was working on? There's a lot of things to be excited about for this new dawn of Nintendo, because you're really starting to see the old guard finally fade away. The old guard is pretty much being removed from Nintendo, and now young blood is getting in there. New people, new faces, and new ideas. So I'm very excited for the future of Nintendo. I think this is a great move. I think it's great that they're bringing in someone younger, someone that knows how video gaming works, someone who grew up playing video games, because it's going to be very, very interesting to see what direction he takes Nintendo in, especially considering how well they're doing right now. So I pretty much just wanted to bring this video to your guys' attention because I think it's a very interesting topic. You know, a brand new president for Nintendo. Obviously, Nintendo is very sort of open with their ideas and open with their fan base and open with their company. So definitely something very interesting. See if this man can take the momentum of the Nintendo Switch and continue to build on it. What's he going to do for the company? What's he going to bring to the table that Kimishima didn't? And maybe some ideas that Iwata had that didn't come to fruition. I don't know. I don't know, but what I do know is it's pretty exciting stuff. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this. Do you think it's a bad idea that President Kimishima is leaving so soon? Do you like the job that he was doing with Nintendo? Do you have faith in Mr. Furukawa that he's going to continue the success of Nintendo, the current success of Nintendo, and build upon it, basically continue to make great things for Nintendo? Let me know in the comments section down below, and thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm always doing videos on this channel. It's pretty much all I do. And if you really enjoyed this video, check out the description box down below. We got links to social media, Patreon, t-shirts, all sorts of ways to keep up to date with the world of RGT 85. I want to thank you guys. We recently passed 95,000 subscribers on this channel, which is absolutely insane. We are definitely on the road to 100,000, which gets me a cool little check mark by my name and a YouTube plaque. So I want to thank you guys for the continued success of this channel, because without you guys, this channel would be absolutely nothing. So thank you guys. I sincerely appreciate it. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts in the comments section down below. I love all you guys. I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.